Week 1 of the February no buy is done. How have you got on? My week has gone quite well. There's been some challenges, some, I guess, temptations. You know, I've been tempted to buy things that are unnecessary, but on the whole, it's been okay. And part of that is because I opened my Lysa account, which was one of the reasons why I said I wanted to do a no buy. I'm feeling good that I've done that because I've been saying literally for months I've been talking about doing this and I've finally done it. And as with anything like this, once you've done it, you're like, oh, I should have done this way sooner. But the time was right and I've done it now, so I don't have to beat myself up. And I was able to put a lot of my paycheck in there when I was paid on the 3rd or the 4th. So it's been a good week, but I am also aware it's only the first week, so I may be more annoyed, you know, by the end of the month. The one thing that I have been tempted to buy, and please share anything if you're doing a no buy, so you're not budgeting for any like extra clothes or whatever, but if you're saying no, just essential things this month, is there anything this week that you've been tempted to buy? The one thing that I've been thinking about is Sabrina Carpenter released the deluxe version of her album Short and Sweet that came out last year, so it's only got 5 extra tracks on it, but I do like the idea of that, and also the cover is really cool. So, oh wait, I've not shown you. I have over here these vinyl shelves that I put up probably over a month ago. You can't even really see them. They're just clear plastic shelves and they're to display vinyl covers. And I really liked the idea of getting that Sabrina Carpenter, the new one, the deluxe one, and having that cover up there because it is really cool. Oh, sorry. But it's not an essential and I doubt it will sell out, you know? The one thing I've been thinking about is they're selling it at HMV and HMV does Klarna. So I could buy it now and pay for it next month. That does definitely feel like cheating though. But if I said, oh, next month could be a low buy month, then this buy is a no buy month, then I'm still able to buy something and then pay for it next month. It's a tricky one because I'm like, I don't want the thing to sell out. And I don't think it would, but there have been so many instances in the last like month probably, there've been so many times where I'm like, no, I'm not gonna buy that thing, I don't need it, I'll like wait a bit longer or I'll buy it next week. And then when I actually decide, yes, I'm ready to buy this thing, I go and it's sold out and it's just like, oh, for goodness sake, I should have bought it then. But then it was a good thing that I didn't buy it on a whim, like immediately, because I was able to sit and think about it and be like, do I really need this or will this actually bring value or whatever? And then it's sold out and I'm like, what was the point of me thinking about it? But I've also been thinking about the WPM. I don't know if this is a widespread thing. There's this like financial influencer, I guess, that I watch on Instagram, and she was mentioning in a reel the other day about why pay more, WPM. So if you can get the same value from something that's cheaper in terms of like the same usefulness or the same, you know, value that it brings to your life, whether it's like a piece of art on the wall or music or whatever, if you can get it for cheaper, why pay for the more expensive thing? And she was talking about buying a dupe of something versus buying the real thing. So like buying fake Ugg boots versus buying the Ugg boots that cost like £150. If the dupe is just as good, why pay more? I think that's a really helpful mindset to have, except for the fact I'm like, well, hopefully, I know maybe Ugg boots is a bad example, but like if you are paying more for something, hopefully you're getting something that will last longer, that is better made, hopefully it's more supportive, it's made of better materials. Like a fake Ugg boot might be made of plastic, whereas a real one is made of suede. I've been thinking about that, why pay more? So I'm like, oh, maybe I should just get the CD of Short and Sweet, the deluxe version, because then the CD is obviously a lot cheaper than a double vinyl, but then you're not getting something that you can put on the wall. But I guess I could just put it on display here, and then I'm like, well, I could just print, if I like the photo that much, I could just print it out and put it on the wall. But again, it's not quite the same thing. But I love that future nostalgia one. Like, it is cool to have that. So I'm like, I don't know whether I'll think about it a bit more, but that's the one thing I've been really tempted to buy. Otherwise, anything else I've been able to be like, no. I will say as well, it has helped to have unsubscribed from different sales emails and to have stopped following certain people. So I'm not ever seeing something and being like, I must buy that, you know? It's more like, oh, do I have something, in terms of like clothes, it's more like, do I have something like that already? You know, I'll watch like different thrifting influencers on Instagram and I'm never like, I must go find that identical top, because you can't, like they've bought it off Vinted. It's a different thing to these influencers who will post like their outfit on their stories and then be like, links to everything. It's like, why are you encouraging people just to copy what you're wearing? I get it, it's a business, right? They make money from their affiliate links, but unfollowing those kind of people has been helpful because it's forcing me to look more at what I have versus like wanting to go buy something else. It's only been a week, but I'm feeling good so far, which is a good sign, and I've not like splurged on anything. I vlogged the process of getting my LISA and setting that up. That was a really exciting thing because, as I said, it's something that I've been planning to do and wanting to do and hadn't been brave enough to do for months. For anyone who doesn't know what a LISA is, it is a savings account where you can put in a maximum of £4,000 a year in a tax year. You can put in a maximum of £4,000 and the government will add a bonus 25% on whatever you put in. So if you put the maximum of £4,000 in a tax year into your LISA, the government will put in £1,000. So this is quite a good deal, and you can only use it to buy a house in the UK under £450,000. So if you're buying in London, it's maybe not a good idea. I am not thinking anywhere near that price, you know, but it's good to like be aware of the limitations and whatever. You can either take it out to buy a house, and it has to be your first house, or you can take it out when you're 60 as a retirement, like as an extra savings thing. You have to be between 18 and 39 to open a LISA. If you're like, oh, but I'm already 30 or I'm already 25 and I've missed out on 6 years of whatever, like that's not helpful to think like that. Just what can you do now? Now you know certain information, you didn't know it before, what can you do now? That's very exciting, and that was one of my main goals for doing a no-buy, so it's really cool that I'm actually doing that. So let's look at that process and see how that went. I hope this gives you some inspiration if you have been wanting to open a certain account or start investing, whatever. It's never too late, please start. Also, obviously, I am not any way financially qualified, so this is not advice, I'm literally just sharing my experience and what I'm doing. In my low buy video that I posted at the end of January, I said one of the reasons I wanted to do a low buy month was to save for a LISA. I want to save this specific amount, but before I do that, I have to first open the LISA. And I've been aware of this for a while, so it's been in the back of my head. But now I'm actually setting it up. My sister was recommending one that's a stocks and shares LISA, but I don't really feel comfortable doing that because I have no idea about investing, and I know I could educate myself, and clearly I need to do that. I need to become more financially savvy, but I really don't feel comfortable opening a stocks and shares LISA. My sister's an accountant, so she clearly has more understanding of financial things than I do. But I have looked, and you can open a LISA with one provider and then transfer it to another one. So I'm thinking I could open a cash LISA and then transfer it into a stocks and shares LISA. Maybe that's not possible. I have things I still need to research, but from what I've been looking at, and I've been looking at the money saving expert, it seems like some good LISAs are these ones. I mean, maybe I should do a screen recording. I'll insert the table because I don't think you can see that. Let me just check. Can I transfer a cash LISA to stocks and shares? I mean, yes, you can move a cash LISA into a stocks and shares LISA. Let me look at the one. Can I change my LISA to stocks and shares? Oh, I'm scared. I don't like doing stuff like this. Okay, so you can't transfer a cash LISA into a stocks and shares LISA. Now I don't know what to do. Because it looks like AJ Bell, you can transfer a cash to a stocks and shares, but you can't do that for Hargreaves Lansdown, which is the one my sister's been recommending. But if you open a cash ISA with Hargreaves Lansdown, you can change it to stocks and shares. Oh no, that's an ISA, that's not a LISA. Oh my gosh. See, I just don't feel, I would have no idea how to choose what to invest in, you know? It doesn't seem responsible of me to open something when I have no understanding of it. And then it's like, they say if you want to use your LISA to buy a house, if you're going to do that within 5 years, it's best to get a cash LISA. And if it's over 5 years, it's best to get a stocks and shares LISA. It feels like almost like gambling or like betting on where you're going to be or like what risk you want to take, and I don't enjoy that. It's a very weird feeling. So I'm not actually sure what to do now. I kind of wish I'd just moved my money before I checked this because now I don't know what to do. We suggest if you're planning to purchase a home in less than 5 years, a cash lifetime ISA could be more suitable. Being invested in the stock market for 5 years or more gives you a better chance of avoiding short-term stock market volatility. But see, the thing is, I think my sister has this specific LISA as like a retirement thing because she has a help to buy ISA. It says, if you ever help to buy ISA, you can only use one government bonus towards your purchase, so be careful choosing which account to choose. Which account you use. Oh, so you could use both. Oh, I don't know. The thing is, I don't have any pension because my job doesn't class me as an employee, so they don't deal with any tax or pensions. So I don't know whether I would be using a LISA as a retirement or as a home thing. But if it was using for a home, then I'd want a cash one. And if it's a retirement, then I'd want a stocks and shares one. And you can have both, but you can only pay into one each year. I've downloaded the Moneybox app and everything. I was ready to sign up for my LISA, but now, 2 hours later, I think I've decided to, what a phrase, to go with what I initially was gonna go with, which is the Moneybox LISA. And it looks like the cash one. It looks like I can change it to a stocks and shares one after a year if I so choose, or whenever, you know, that a year is just what I'm putting on it. But I don't think there's any, you must keep this here for a year before you can change, because I really don't know anything about investing, so it seems not sensible for me to get the Hargreaves Lansdowne one. There are just, it's such a lot of thing. And then I'm thinking, like, what's Trump doing if he's gonna crash the world economy? What does that mean? Is it then sensible for me to get a stocks and shares one, or should I wait a year? I hate that I'm having to even consider what that orange man does, but it does affect other people. Probably do some more research. I've been doing this for like 2 hours now. I'm quite fed up of everything. I'll have another look and then make a decision. Oh, mate. My gosh, this has taken all morning, but I have decided that I'm going to do a cash one, and in a year I can reassess and see if I want to transfer it to a stocks and shares one. I just want to make sure that the platform I was looking at, you're able to transfer a LISA in. I think you are able to. Let's double check. The one I'm looking at is Doddle from AJ Bell. What are transfers? What can you transfer? Cash LISA, lifetime ISA. You can transfer your cash LISA or stocks and shares LISA into the Doddle investment ISA. Yeah, I think that looks good. I can do that. This is very exciting. Okay. My phone is nearly out of battery. But we're doing this. I'm super scared. Set up direct debit. Name of account holder. Obviously, I'm not sharing that. Your full legal name. Account number. This is so stressful. Ah, you have to add your national insurance number. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. Okay. I know this is not dramatic viewing. I'm literally doing it all on my phone, but I can't really be sharing it on here, can I? I can't do a screen recording. How much do I want to do initially? Okay, let's go. Please note we can only accept payments made directly through the app. This is what I said I was doing for why I was doing my low buy though, was to do this, to set up this LISA. So I'm actually doing what I said, and it's the 1st of February, so it feels symbolic. I'm actually doing this thing, but it is a tad terrifying. Wow, I've done it. I hope I've not made a mistake with what I've done. Oh my gosh. I don't think I have. I've made the right choice, at least for now. And in a year, I can review if I want to switch to a stocks and shares one. But initially now, I feel right having done a cash one. And it's got 5% interest, which is more than what I'm getting for my savings account at the moment. But it's also got the 25% government bonus. I know they say long term, it will grow more in a stocks and shares one, but just for a year, I think it is the right decision for me to do this. I don't want to do a weekly deposit. Why is it making me do that? That is a scary amount of money that's just left my account. This looks good. I'm happy with this. I like the look of the app. It's easy to use. Yeah, this is good. I'm happy. I think I might move some more money actually. We're on the way. Wow. I feel like a proper grown-up.